What is going on, everybody? Bam Deadstroke back with another video. This is the first of two coming this week, the second coming tomorrow. I was generously invited by one of my good friends here on YouTube and Twitch and Twitter and everything, MTG Tengu. I'll be sure to link everything of his down below. He challenged me and a couple other YouTubers and content creators to make a budget Halloween scary spooky themed deck for Halloween, and our task was to do it with no more than $50. I will link the deck also down below so you guys can go check it out if you want to buy this. These are great ways, everybody that's making decks, great way to get into Magic. You don't have to spend a lot of money. And yeah, you can just have a lot of fun playing a Halloween themed deck. So let's jump right into it. I'll explain what my theme is at the end, but let me know down in the comments if you can figure out what it is. So our commander for the challenge, Chromium, the Mutable, 7 mana, 7/7, flash, can't be countered, flying. You can discard a card to make it a 1/1. It loses all abilities, gains hexproof. It can't be blocked. Pretty straightforward. But yeah, Chromium, I wanted to play a very specific deck, and Chromium fit the bill perfectly, so that is our commander. I'm going to try to go through the creatures pretty quickly here. We've got a Spectral Sailor, 1 mana, 1/1, flash flying. 1 mana, 1/1 flash. 2 mana, 3/1 flash. We've got the Blacklands Paragon new to standard. Brineborn Cutthroat, great in the Simic flash decks. We've got the Deputy of Acquittal, 2 mana, 2/2. We've got the Fairy Vandal, great for drawing cards, which, as you guys know, I love to do. Harbinger of the Tides. We've got Merfolk Trickster. Love to get me some Merfolk involved. Aven Mind Sensor, 3 mana, 2/1. Nobody's allowed to search their libraries if you cast the Aven Mind Sensor. That's just what it does. Dewdrop Spy. We've got a nice foily Mizium Meddler. We've got a Nebelgast Herald. We've got Nimble Obstructionist, one of my favorite cards from the Amonkhet Hour of Devastation set block, I guess. Love me some flash blue cards. Speaking of flash blue cards, we've got Silumgar Sorcerer. We've also got a Spire Mangler, 3 mana, 2/1 flash flyer. We've also got a Cloaked Siren. I can tell you guys watching this video already know what the theme of this deck is. We've got Dreamcaller Siren. We've got the Hussar Patrol from Return to Ravnica, nice 2 mana or 4 mana 2/4 blocker. We've got the Inspired Sprite. Gotta love Inspired Sprites. We've got one of my favorite cards from Dominaria, Wrath Capashen, Ship's Mage. We've got Thistledown Liege. Gotta get those creature buffs in there. Speaking of creature buffs, we've got Thunderclap Wyvern, giving our other creatures with flying +1/+1. Speaking of flyers, oh, I'm just dropping everything today. We've got the Angel of Grace to help save ourselves. We've got the Glamour Spinners, or Glamour Spinners, I'm not sure how that's pronounced. We've got Hixus Prison Warden, because why let stuff stay on the battlefield. Sentinel of the Pearl Trident, so we can bounce our Hixus and exile something else if we want to. Draining Whelp, because who doesn't love counter spells? Dream Eater, because, surveilling is sweet. Also, we get to bounce something, and that's also really fun. Lockmere Serpent, one of my favorite cards from Throne of Eldraine, because it's just a 6 mana 7/7 in blue-black that destroys everything. And our final creature is Pearl Link Ancient, because who doesn't love a 7 mana 6/7 flash with prowess? Come on. It also can't be countered. What's not to love about that? So next, we'll move on to the instants and sorceries. We've got our spells, if you will, in quotations. Quicken, next sorcery, can be played as an instant, and we get to draw a card. Azorius Charm, that's an instant. Creatures we control gain lifelink, or draw a card, or we get to bounce something. D-Spark, we get to exile some big stuff. Nice shiny Dimir Charm, get to do a whole bunch of things with that. We've also got the Orzhov Charm, another instant. Stolen by the Fae, so this one's not an instant, but it was Halloween and I couldn't not put this in the deck. We've got Dromar's Charm, because more charms. Esper Charm, speaking of charms. We've also got Kaya's Guile. I really wanted to play with this card. It looks pretty fun, and it's like super Halloween-y with like the ghosts and, Kaya being the ghost assassin and, spirits and sacrificing and graveyards and stuff like that. So it just seemed like a fun, flavorful card. We've also got Mortify. This also spooky art. I got the game day promo or whatever. So nice spooky art instant. We also got Undermine because again, who doesn't love countering spells? We've got Breaking Wave, so we can pay an extra 2 when we play it to play it as an instant, and then we simultaneously untap all tapped creatures and tap all untapped creatures. I just kind of wanted to put this in here because I thought it was a funny card. We've also got Punish Ignorance because, again, countering spells are fun. Silumgar's Command, we get to counter stuff. We also get to kill stuff. And we also get to bounce stuff. So, just a great versatile card. We've also got Burial Rites. This one more for the Halloween theme as much as anything. We've also got Spinal Embrace. I actually hadn't heard of this card. So we play it only during combat. We untap target creature we don't control, gain control of it. It gains haste until end of turn. At the end of turn, sacrifice it. If you do, you gain a life. So this actually seems like a pretty fun card. I hadn't actually heard of it, but wanted to play it. And of course, Emergency Powers, because I love this card and I wanted to play it. So sue me. Next up, we've got Enchantments. We've got a couple of these. We've got Alexi's Cloak. I'd also never heard of this card, but it basically gives enchanted creature Shroud. And we can play it as we could an instant. Seal Away, good old-fashioned Dominaria enchantment. We've also got Stasis Snare. Love these flash exile effects. We've also got some flash buff effects. Force of Virtue from the new Modern Horizons. We've also got Leyline of Anticipation. Bet you guys will never guess why that card's in the deck. And we also got Cast Out. Again, just a good instant speed enchantment to exile stuff, and if we don't need it, we can draw a card. Moving on to the artifacts. Signet. 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 Next up, we've got Locket. Locket. And Locket. Again, these are budget decks, so no Soul Ring, no Moxes, nothing like that. Tried to keep it super budget. I did stay under the $50 budget, which is why these next 3 cards might be a surprise. We've got Dovin Grand Arbiter. We've got a Japanese Dovin Hand of Control. Yes, I did intentionally remember that name. And we've got good old-fashioned Dovin Bond. All of these cards super cheap. Even if you get the Japanese one, just remember what it says. Because playing that and then not knowing what it does would be very silly. Next up, we'll finish up with the lands. Arcane Sanctum, because who doesn't love that? We've also got the 3 guild gates for this color triad. Azorius, Dimir, and Orsov. And we've also got the Gain Life lands, Tranquil Cove, Scoured Barrens, and Dismal Backwater. Then we've got a whole bunch of swamps, a whole bunch of plains, and a whole bunch more islands. Because, islands are cool. So, if you couldn't figure out what the theme of the deck was, bring back Chromium. Everything in this deck, with the exception of the lands, can be cast as an instant, or has the potential to be cast as an instant. I did put the Leyline of Anticipation in there, because obviously we have the artifacts and some of the sorceries. Of course, we also have Quicken to give something flash. But yeah, the reason is the theme that I went with was jump scares. And so I wanted it to just be like a deck where I can just play anything on your turn. You're not going to know what's coming. You're going to get scared by it because it just pops up out of nowhere. So I hope you guys enjoy the theme. We'll see the deck in action tomorrow. So that should be up. Let me know what you guys think about the deck down below in the comments. Subscribe if you're new. Click that bell notification. Like the video if you enjoyed it. And I will see you guys tomorrow.